Good morning, everyone. It's time for some more disc golf. It's 25 degrees. It's funny. All the other times I've come and played in the morning and said it's cold. You guys are like Southerners, but it's 25 this morning, so it actually is kind of cold. I've got gloves on to keep my hands warm while we're throwing and everything. We're just gonna try and play a normal round today and just progress and have some fun and get after it. All right, first disc I'm gonna throw is the Stag. I think it should work really well on this. Also, let me know how the audio sounds. I turned the gain up on the microphone, so it should be better. Still working on that for you guys. The quality's good, it's just the volume of it needs to be fixed. So yeah, but let's go ahead and throw. Oh man, I was about to say, that's probably one of my best throws on this hole, but it tagged that tree at the end. As per usual at the beginning of these videos, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I want to let you guys know as well that I do record these in 4K, so you can watch it on your TV and it'll look pretty good. Turn that quality up, throw it up on the TV, enjoy it with some popcorn and, I don't know, a Diet Coke or something. But yeah, so you guys can watch on TV and the quality will definitely be good enough. I appreciate you guys hanging out through my adventure of getting back into disc golf. Guys, look, listen, I'm telling you, okay? It's cold out, look. See that? My hands are gonna be frigid by the end of this, but it's okay, it's worth it for content, right? But yeah, so thank you for watching. I seriously appreciate you guys. It's been a lot of fun for me. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. Let's get back to the round. Why didn't you turn? There we go. Turned a little bit late. That should be par for us. Guys, it's weird playing in a jacket. I've never played in a jacket before. So this is gonna be interesting. Did it with the gloves on. All right, that's par. All right, hole number 2. A lot of you guys are gonna be recognizing these now. I played at Rinsky for the last 2 videos, so I came back to Kilbourne for this one. Hole number 2, dog leg right. Gonna try and flick the felon out there and get in a good spot. All right, looks like we got a good skip on it. Man, guys, we're only on the 2nd hole, and my hands are already like freezing, and I'm wearing gloves. So I feel for all you northerners that are trying to play during the off season. I'm gonna do my best to keep up with it as it gets colder and everything. It kind of snows here, but not too much. So I don't think that'll ever be a problem. Yeah, all you northerners that go out and play, you guys are crazy. Close, but no cigar. All right, I took my jacket off because I felt like it was like stifling my movement. So this is the first par 4. The goal here is just to get it out to the fairway in the middle, out around the corner. If we can do that, then we'll have the best look possible at an approach to the basket. Go through. Tag the tree. So sit down. Alright. That was a pretty rough spot to be, but we're down the fairway in the middle now. Sit down, please. Oh, this might be a bogey, guys. That's gonna be a bogey. So I got a question for you guys. I started putting in I added a new kind of thing to the way that I putt. And I don't think that it's against the rules. I don't know if there are any rules on points of contact or anything. But I've started putting, you know how some people will do this, they'll hold their disc like that. I putt like this now, with this disc on my leg, and putt because it makes me feel like really relaxed. But I looked through the rule book and didn't see anything. So if that's good, for those of you that know the rules, can you let me know? Because I feel really comfortable doing that now. It looks a little bit weird because it looks like I'm just like taking a break, you know, like resting my arm on an armrest, but it feels really, really comfortable to me and helps me feel a little bit relaxed. But on to the next hole, par 3, we're +1. We're gonna throw the stag, try and get it straight down there. Leave some left. Oh! That had eyes on it, and I'm pretty sure it's parked. All right, we're back to even now with that too. All right, par 3. I'm gonna throw the stag again and just kind of keep it easy. Start it off with an anhyzer and have it fade back towards the basket after this first tree down here. That's the goal, at least. Hold it. I didn't give it enough turn. I babied it too much. Oh. So I need to find a good turnover driver that like doesn't come back to the left, that doesn't fade back. Because if this had held the line that I had it on, and it's also probably because I didn't throw it hard enough, it would have sat down way further up there, which would have been good. So I'm definitely gonna go check the site. If you guys have any good suggestions for turnover drivers or fairway drivers that'll just hold that line, I'd love to hear them down below too. All right, still even. All right, so I'm really gonna try this time to turn over the stag. Ooh. That works. That was a perfect shot. All right, we're 1 under now. Don't want to leave this in the basket. All right, fairly short par 3. It's right around the corner. So I'm gonna throw the felon, but I'm not gonna release it flat. I'm gonna release it on an angle, but I'm gonna aim towards the left side of the fairway, so that I don't, so that the angle doesn't take it into the woods. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So as you guys saw, because of the angle that I had, I aimed at the left side of the fairway, but it almost instantly went to the middle of it and then worked its way around. If I'd released it flat, then it would have just gone into the woods. And since it's such a sharp dog leg, that's why I gave it that angle, even though it is a pretty overstable disc in the first place. Oh my gosh, that's bad. All right, I'm gonna start putting with the judge. Still 1 under. So I've got some more putters that I ordered on the way to the house because I love throwing putters, but someone commented earlier and said that it's important to have a putter that you just putt with. And honestly, I feel like I like the judge, especially when I practice. So I have never thrown this one as like a throwing putter, but we're about to on this par 3. Let's see if we can park it. Yep. All right, that did okay. Seriously? So one thing that I notice when playing in the cold is that your skin becomes like really slippery, you know, because it's not warm or anything like that, and it's like it feels weird, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely getting used to that today, because since I started playing disc golf again, I haven't played in weather this cold, and honestly, I don't know if I've ever played in weather this cold. So we're learning and we're preparing, because we're gonna keep making videos when it's cold, so I gotta get used to it. That might be okay. Dude, what is going on today, man? Everything feels so weird. Alright, so we're still 1 under. This is pretty much an S-curve of a hole. It's like a dogleg right, and then it fades left to the end. So I'm gonna throw the stag. I think it's the perfect disc for this hole, especially if we get a good S-curve on it. Get up. That's still gonna work really well, but I threw it too low. I rolled too much. Come on. Alright. Still at 1 under. Moving on to hole 11. Alright, so I'm going to try a turnover shot with the core just to practice, because I haven't really thrown it on this hole. And we're going to see if we can lay it down by the basket. Came back too much. That's still a good spot. It came back a little too much. It's a 0.5 or negative 0.5 and then a 1. So it's gonna stay up there pretty much, unlike the Deputy. But yeah, I think that'll work. Do it. Oh. 6 inches further, that would have been in. Alright, still 1 under. So this is definitely the easiest par 4 in the course. If you can just get out in the fairway, you'll end up with a par for the most part. So I didn't come to just get it in the fairway though. I want to try and rip it. I'm gonna throw my stag, see if we can get it straight and long, at least down there past that bush. No! Well, that's not what I wanted to happen. Thankfully, it actually came out. I turned it over way too much because I was trying to rip it, and with a pretty understable disc like that, too much power is going to make it just flip over. So obviously that was my mistake, but we're still in a good spot to approach the basket. Guys, I was thinking about playing another round, but I'm just too cold, man. I don't think my hands can do it. Maybe I need to get better gloves. I don't care if my body's cold, because that'll warm up. But we got to keep the hands warm, you know what I mean? Those are the money makers. Parked. You know, the Judge is such a good approach putter. It's ridiculous. All right. That puts us down to 2 under. All right, so on my last video, Eric McCabe the Eric McCabe, the EMAC Truth Eric McCabe, commented, challenged me to an all EMAC Truth round. So I need to start practicing with this disc, throwing it, making it do what I want to do. So this is a pretty easy par 3. I've thrown this twice today, and both of them have been park jobs, but they weren't my main throws. So now that it's my main throw, let's see if we can still perform with it. Woo. Missed release on that. I came out with it too far left, but it got a good little simple little skip off. I don't know if we're parked, but that's on me. That's not on the disc. Oh, hit the basket. All right, so 2 under. All right, par 3 if we park it, or par 4 if we park it. It's funny, someone commented on how I play this hole. There's a par 3 and a par 4 on it, and I'm just always like, yeah, I'll throw it and see whichever one works. But we'll choose, okay? So I'm gonna choose the par 4, okay? I'm throwing the stag. We are going to try and turn it around the corner and have it hold that line. Hopefully I don't get it too low, and we're good. Woo! Yeah, that looked real good. Come on! So, that drive I released a little bit too far to the left, so it was down there. If I had released it where I wanted to, down the middle, and it held that line like it did, we would have been in a perfect spot. So the stag is actually like, this is a super, super good disc. I really, really like it. All right, so we're still 2 under. All right, par 3, throwing the trespass. This is my favorite disc to throw on this hole. I've parked it many times with it. See if we can do it again. Oh my God. Oh. Those trees on the right, you want to get as close as you can to them on your turn back in to end up by the basket. That was a beautiful drive. If I'd released it, or if it had been a foot to the left, it literally would have been right next to the basket. So you guys can see the trees behind me right here. My disc is right there. The 2 trees right there, and then the basket is right over there. So if you can go on barely on the right side of these, you're super parked. If you can get in front of it, then you'll have about a 10-15 foot putt. And we were close to both of those, but we'll still end up with a par here. Do it. Oh, such a beautiful shot. Oh, that would have been an amazing throw in. So this is probably the longest par 3 on the hole. It's 355, but I'd say it plays closer to, I don't know, 365, 375 or so because it's uphill. We're gonna throw the stag, and I'm gonna try and rip it, but I'm not gonna let it go in the woods on the right, okay? That's what we're shooting for. No! It hit a tree, so it didn't go in the woods. What am I doing? I'm gonna throw another disc. That's great, I'm gonna use that one, but I wanna throw the Sheriff because it's similar to the stag, I think, in the way that it flies, so I'm gonna grab that and throw that one too. Man, that's low. It's almost in the same spot. So the stag landed here and the sheriff landed there. Both not good shots. I think what I need to do with the stag is if I just throw it flat and hard, it'll get some anhyzer on it, just because of how it's weighted. Online it says it's a 0.3, but I believe they make them in Scandinavia or something, and so the ratings are different because of the air up there, something along those lines. You guys know a little bit more about that than me, but I think it's actually like a -2 something is how it flies. So yeah. Oh, that's bad. It's still puttable, but that's not the best. Come on. Well, there's another bogey for us. So now we're 1 under. Can you guys hear this wind right now? It's freezing cold. I feel like with the wind chill it's probably like 13 or something. If I'm honest, I'm surprised how much the cold affected me. Like, I brought gloves and I was like, I'm good, I'm prepared, we'll go make a normal video. It's been rough though, it definitely makes it more difficult. So again, for those of you up north, kudos for pushing through. Par 4 here, about 600 feet, 575, something like that through the woods. And we're gonna throw the escape, try and get out to the fairway, and then we can hopefully sidearm it up to the basket. Nice, that looks good. Get down. Oh, that's short. That's too short. Do it. Yes! Oh. Alright, back to 2 under. That was stressful. Final hole. Throwing the trespass. See if we can get it down to the basket and end up 3 under. Yeah, that was good. Let's go. 2 big putts in a row. All right, so that's 3 under. If I had thrown that drive a little bit flatter, I wouldn't have been all the way out here. That felt good. I feel like my hands and stuff are finally warming up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below some things you'd like to see me do. Like Eric said, he wanted an all EMAC truth round, so we'll probably end up doing that. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, and I'll see y'all in the next video.